drove you to this line of work?
Well, probably, I mean, it goes way back. I think when I was about 14 or 15, I thought I'd like to be involved in something psychological. You know, it had a fascination for me. And gradually, sort of in my late teens, I had an idea that maybe I would go to university and read psychology. And I remember I was hitchhiking once, and the fellow who gave me a lift was he was an organizational psychologist, and he told me about the different types of psychology. There's organizational stuff, there's experimental, and there's clinical. And the clinical really captivated me. And so I thought, well, maybe one day, you know, go become a counselor or therapist. So that's the early origins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened next? Did you?
Well, kind of long story short, I did go to university and I read psychology, but I read developmental psychology, which was a bit, yes, not really what I wanted to do. But I was very lucky. I went to University of Sussex, and they were very flexible and allowed you to choose particular topics. And I was able to look at things like conflict theory, and I was able to explore clinical psychology in some depth. I was also introduced to my tutor at the time was a Dr. Brian Bates, and he was fascinated in all the humanistic stuff and the existential stuff, and I loved it, and he was a great teacher. And so I was introduced to the work of Carl Rogers. I was introduced to Soren Kierkegaard. I was the Christian existentialist, and to Frankl, Viktor Frankl, his work. And I was fascinated by existential psychotherapy and the idea that a lot of people develop neurotic illnesses or become mentally ill because they have a lack of meaning or lack of direction and purpose in life. And that really appealed. And so I went down that route really for quite a while.